Hello again. These albums are more kind of for the hardcore rock collector. It's some interesting stuff. A friend who grew up in Los Angeles in the 1960s, she was getting rid of her record collection. In the past, I've bought some records from her. The records are in good shape. Some of the covers are a little tired or have ring wear, but it's interesting stuff and kind of difficult to find. But I was very pleased that she decided to sell some of these to me. This is the Rolling Stones, December's Children. Most of these are original copies, or early pressings at least. The Rolling Stones, December's Children, it's a mono copy, and most of these are American copies. Rolling Stones, Out of Our Heads in mono. The Rolling Stones, 12x5 in mono. The Animals on Tour. It's on MGM in the States. In Canada it was on Quality and MGM. Frank Zappa and the Mothers, Reuben and the Jets. It's on Bizarre Verve. The Mothers, Frank Zappa, Burnt Weenie Sandwich. I think this is on Bizarre Reprise. Yeah, he'd already left Verve on this. Country Joe and the Fish, I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die, which I believe is their first LP. It's on Vanguard. Another Country Joe and the Fish LP called Together. It has a gatefold sleeve. Looks like Country Joe McDonald's wedding. Savoy Brown, Jack the Toad. It's on London Records, Parrot. Savoy Brown, Street Corner Talking. And Kim Simmons. See the guys? No, the guys from Foghat had already left the band. Dick Dale and his Deltones, Surfer's Choice on Deltone Records. Dick Dale's still out there. Chad and Jeremy of Cabbages and Kings. This is a kind of sunshine pop. This is an original copy of Janis Joplin with Big Brother and the Holding Company. It's their LP. It was re-released later on Columbia when Columbia signed them, but this is an original on the Mainstream label, so it's their first LP. This is Beau Brummel's second LP called Volume 2. This is a band that I've never heard of before. They're called Stone Country. It looks like it's kind of country rock, like very early country rock. It's on RCA, 1968. There's the Turtles on White Whale, It Ain't Me Babe, which I believe is their first album. And this, I think, might be their second album. It's the Turtles, You Baby, and Let Me Be. Them with very young Van Morrison, Here Comes the Night, on Parrot. We Five, You Are On My Mind, A&M. It was a big hit. Tim Buckley, and I don't think this is his first LP, but maybe it is. Maybe this is his first LP. Tim Buckley again, Goodbye and, is the title. Goodbye and Hello. There's Hello in the back. Here's a fellow that I've seen his albums around, but I don't really know a lot about him. Don Nix, In God We Trust. This is on the Shelter label, which I believe was Leon Russell's label. This was recorded, it looks like it was recorded at Muscle Shoals. Don Nix, Living by the Days. This one's on Elektra. This is a copy of the Who Sell Out. It's a stereo copy. I noticed the corners clipped, so it was probably like an overrun or something. It'll be on Decca, American Decca. Richie Havens, Mixed Bag. This would be before he was at Woodstock. It's on Verve Forecast. This is an interesting one. It's the Beatles, the Please Please Me album, which is their first LP in Europe, the UK or Germany. And it's an early German pressing of this. It's on the Odeon label. And this one, which I don't believe this was ever released in Canada. It's an original mono copy of the Beatles' Yesterday and Today. Now what's interesting about this is the fact that this is a butcher cover. And it's not peeled though. I mean, you can tell, you can see through it in some places, and you can tell at the corner here that if this was peeled, it would be the butcher cover. So it's basically an original, probably earlier first pressing of the Beatles' Yesterday and Today in mono with an unpeeled butcher cover. And I don't think the butcher cover ever came out in Canada, so this is kind of cool to have. Thank you again for watching.